I just spent my Sunday morning tending to my garden, so it reminded me of the parallels between taking care of our gardens and taking care of our minds. Taming the weeds of your mind. So imagine your mind as this beautiful garden, and just like any garden, there are weeds that can pop up. Think of these weeds as the negative thoughts that sneak in and try to overshadow your positivity and your progress. ANTS, A-N-T-S, stands for automatic negative thoughts. And the APA Dictionary of Psychology defines them as thoughts that are instantaneous, habitual, and non-conscious. So we all have those thoughts, but although they are a natural part of our lives, like weeds, we don't need to give them space to grow. But first of all, what is a weed? Well, many of us nature lovers would say that a weed is just a plant that you don't want in a specific space. Perhaps it serves a purpose elsewhere, but when allowed to flourish in your garden, let's say, it can prohibit the growth of plants that you have planted for a specific purpose. So today, let's talk about pulling these mental weeds or ants and the tending to the garden of our minds. Because your mental garden is greatly influenced by your surroundings, it's incredibly important to be aware of your environment. So take a moment to look around, both physically and internally, emotionally. What's contributing positively to your mental landscape? What is acting as fertilizer to help positive, affirming thoughts grow? And what might be the origin for those sneaky weeds trying to take root? So first, look at who you are letting in. When I was younger, my mom would ask me to come outside and help her with her garden. We would dig together, plant together, and pull weeds together. From her, I learned that there was actually a technique to pull the weeds so that they wouldn't grow back. And though she taught me well and monitored me quite carefully, there were times that I would accidentally mistake a baby flower or vegetable for one of those sneaky weeds. Even now, as an adult gardener, I'm very careful when I plant seeds because it can be difficult to distinguish a young plant you've cultivated from one that has decided to grow in your garden on its own. And to be honest, I still have a lot to learn, but that's okay. But let's get back to the point. This is one of the reasons why it's very important to consider the people in your life. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you, who can distinguish the weeds from the baby plants. And if they aren't able to right away, choose some people that are teachable, that want to know how to cultivate a positive, flourishing mind. A mind that is willing and able to change, to grow, and to embrace the beautiful experiences that sunshine has to offer. Weed out the negativity by limiting toxic exposure to toxic influences and watch your mental garden flourish. Second, monitor what you are putting in your mind. Your mind consumes information just like your body does with food, just like plants consume carbon dioxide and sunlight. Be mindful of what you're feeding it. Opt for positive and motivational content, the fertilizer for your mental garden. Television shows, books, podcasts, the news, they all influence your thoughts and emotions. This does not mean that we need to close ourselves off from the realities of the world. But when we focus on content that helps us grow, learn, and become better versions of ourselves, we make the world a better place. We naturally want to lift up others that are around us, help those that are suffering, and bring a breath of fresh air with new perspectives. And when we are flourishing from the inside out, it reflects in how we take care of ourselves. This is one of the reasons why I believe that every health journey should start with a foundation of self-kindness and gratitude. With positive thoughts come positive actions, starting with treating yourself well and then enveloping others in that same joy and love. Let's look at your environment versus willpower. So creating a positive environment is key to success. It's not just about having a lot of willpower. It's about setting up a space that naturally supports your growth. When your environment aligns with your goals, staying on track becomes that much easier. A garden cannot thrive when it's choked out by weeds. If you are not tending to it regularly, allowing the plants to grow by giving them space and fertilizer, then you are setting yourself up for failure. Become the diligent, eager gardener of your mind. So how do you do this? As always, it starts with awareness. Notice the thoughts that pop up. Are they uplifting or are they pulling you down? Are they choking you and blocking you from the light? Are they 100% true? Reframe the thought by writing it down and then write a positive, realistic thought to replace the negative thought. You could also try positive affirmations to confront and replace the negative thoughts. Examples of these statements include, I'm human, it's okay to make mistakes, and I am capable of doing hard things. This will nurture your mind with kindness and encouragement. Confronting those negative thoughts takes away their power, just like pulling a weed by its roots. So let's commit to cultivating a mental garden that fosters growth, positivity, and resilience. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video interesting and insightful, please like and subscribe. I'd also love to hear your insights, so please feel free to comment below. If you have a favorite garden plant, feel free to share it. And I'm wishing you a life filled with blooming positivity and growth wherever you are in the world.